Imagine you have a friend who always betrayed you somehow. One time you deal that, hey, we'll start go to gym together. And he said, sure, deal. Once a week, right? Yes. He show up first time, show up second time, but third time he said, I have a headache. Next time he said other stuff. Another time he had a girlfriend to go with. So he betrayed you. And the same friend keep doing this stuff once after another, once after another. About your business, you've been planning to start a business, and he was doing right thing in the beginning, but then failed and just disappear. And it's rolling and rolling, and you keep having those friends. Will you really keep relationship with him? Will next time he show up telling you something he wanna really start, something amazing and change, will you trust? I don't think so. An idea is this friend is you, with yourself. You've been lying to yourself long time. You've been cheating on yourself long time. You've been promising so much and didn't keep. And before we go any further with this kind of conversation, I want to introduce this channel. This is my space where I make a video with no cuts, no script. There are no plan of this video. There are no robot involved. I just speak from my heart, from my experience of 10 years self changing and self transformation. When I reached the point when I really changed completely. Me and those guy 10 years ago, it's way different person. And I have a lot of something to share. And I do life coaching. And it turned into the pure willing to share, but in my special way, like this, from my heart. So just you to know, that's me for you here. So self-trust. It's been an issue long time, and every person have that stuff. Why we self-sabotage a lot of beginnings? Simply, sometimes because you have a history. Like, your browser have history, everything in history. And you have history of yourself trying sometimes do certain things. And for me, exclusive like experience is gym. I've been trying so much time to start some sport activity. Whole my life I've been trying and failing, trying different stuff, running, gym, yoga, exercising, kettlebells, everything, and I failed all the time, every single time. Partly just because I know about myself, kind of like knowledge, like it's written on the rock already, that I'm bad at sports. First of all, I know about myself that in school I never really do sports. And college I never been really in sport. Also, I know about myself that because my parents been divorced, so I didn't have a father at home who implement habit of be at least interested about sport. So I know about myself, I'm just not the guy. I have a little extra weight and all kind of thing. But what if that's all not true? What if this self-trust, what we have lack of, pretty much, which is holding you and self-sabotaging you in whole your life, what if it's not true? What if it doesn't work? It was inside for me that this kind of knowledge you and me have about ourselves regarding several things, like we are creative or not, I'm good in math and bad in language, all kinda description of yourself. What it's a doesn't work? What if you are able to rewrite everything? What if you can move forward, completely close that, completely cut the past? How do you think it's it real? Because I'm able finally start doing something differently. Don't let past hold me anymore. First of all, tremendous amount of energy released. because I don't no more use narrative about myself that being in my deep storage about myself. And I kind of excuse myself about a lot of stuff I'm trying to do. And I'm like, oh, I'm kind of messy, you know, messy by my room in mess. Just because I've been like this since childhood. What if I cut those? I don't use that. I no more that. Sounds interesting, but is it real? That's one part of the story. You don't have self trust because you are using the old storage. You're using knowledge about yourself. That's partly happened there. Okay. But you don't need to use that. You don't have to. Some experience you have, good. But if something holding you back from growth, why would you even need that? Some techniques, I'll tell you some steps. And there is it possible to do those steps and you will release certain events of your life. What you might find when I've been going deep into the Eastern tradition, India, kind of like I've been reading a lot of old knowledges, and I've been in Vipassana, which is 10 days silent retreat, and there they told us we have those things which right now we are talking about in novel language, those kind of your history about yourself holding you back in certain areas. They call it sankaras. They call it like you are growing your body. Usually they said like 28 years. You've been growing by ego, by collecting and gathering information regarding your character. After 28, that's why more crises happen when you're 30, 33, the Christ age. It's happened because you are start living less about ego and you are kind of start crisising about that. Like previous life holding you and you kind of ready for something else, and now will be a question how much ready you are, how many sankaras you collect, but it's not up to you. What is being done within 28 years is just there. That's your background, that's your backstory. You can do nothing with that. It's just there to complete your character, to know who you are, to know what what is your start point to work about. And I really found that at my 20 year, when I became 28, became the most hurt point of my life. Hurt by burning some life changes. Huge, tremendous life changes happened when I became 28. And they call it, then this, you gather all these sankaras within these years, and you can collect them as well after that. But now you can release, you can start working of them because it's like from the karma and all kind of thing. And because why I speak so clear about that, because I felt that by my own experience. So what's happened, and we're still going to talk about self trust, how it's born, how it's sabotaged, how does it work. What has happened? You have those kind of knowledge about yourself stick some in the past. Those people in those traditions, they said it's in the body. All of those things, like a, let's call it knowledge database, they are stored in the body. And you're able to find that. In the practice, what I've been 2 times, those 10 days, 10 hours meditation a day, silence, no gadget, you are able to slightly see how it's work. And I will tell you my own experience, because that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's those storage from past holding you so hard, and some episode of those storage really life changing if you could release them, if you could change that as it was. For example, in the way of what's happened, um I have I had two big issue with my life, like too complicated part. I'm hard to choose, and difficulties about money. Why I said those sankaras, those episodes from your life, they are in the body because you can release them through the body. By meditate long and analyze your body, you kind of, I will not go a lot with it. I'm just trying to tell you something so you could believe that's real, that's work, that's how it really happened. So those traumas, like psychotherapists call it trauma, and some other people call it demons. They try to fight it with different ways, but they're all stored in the body, and you can release those problems, let's say. So my problem was a choice being in childhood because my parents been divorced. You know, when you have parents who divorced, you had to choose, and I kind of failed in my choice. I'll not go deep, but I know that, and I know by my own proofs that I've been failed my own choice, and then this stamp follow me whole life till now. I mean, now I'm free for that. But to be able to reach that moment, I had to go there. I had to go through a lot of technique to release those things. What hold me back? And about money as well. It's been trauma. I mean, money problem. Everybody have that. But honestly, we don't have problem with money. We have something holding us from earn those money. Because if, to be clear, honestly, you know how to make money. You have YouTube. There are hundreds of advice. If you honestly check them out, not failed after a couple tries, you'll be okay, but you don't. In certain reasons you don't become wealthy, and it's workable. So in those retreat also I have a memory show up. How it's happened usually, memory show up, and in my memory was my kid asking me, hey, I'm ready to sell my toys, just you to work less. And in those moments I realized that in certain point I blame my kid for messing with the toys because I bought them by money. And because of the money problem, I complain to my kid. And when those visions show up, I release like, oh, who am I? How does those number bank account can hurt relationship with me and my closest human being in whole entire world, my daughter? And then I'm like, I'm okay with money right now. It's not mean I became rich. Money start coming easily. That's true. But I changed my point of view towards money. I no more in stress. Either I have them or no. I'm ready to don't have them. Nothing bad in that. I'm ready to have them. Nothing good about that. I'm equal. That's a thing. So those self-trust, it's relationship. And you can work on that. You can go in past and work accepting certain happening with you, working towards, that's a big technique that's I do in my life coaching, working towards realizing what those experience actually gave to you. It's been hard and traumatic experience, but why you would even have that. Also, you can start from today. You can cut your illusions from future, cutting expectation, cutting desires, and you will gather all the energy back and you will be unstoppable. That's true. That's how it worked. That's how it worked for me. Right now I feel so much potential, so much energy. I just, I have not enough time in a day to do whatever I want to do. And it's been never like that. I always have procrastination, doing shitty stuff, just burning time. But what was that? Why would I intentionally just waste time? What, you're gonna go on, right? This life is not, it is a limited body. One day it's done. And you, after 50, after 15 years, you will give me any money, any equivalent of money to be in the health you are right now. After 15 years, you'll be sacrificing everything you got to bring you body what you have right now. So why would you or me self-sabotage, self-procrastinate, self-hurt by eating shit, by consuming some weird stuff which is is destroying you? Why would you do that? If you look at this with clarity, you can realize how deep we're going. But we going there on purpose. Nothing good, nothing bad, everything as it's supposed to be. You're going sometimes to the rock bottom to hit that bottom because sometimes there are no way out other than hit the rock. And then it's only up. It's a superhero mode. I prefer a different way. I prefer work. Bring clarity to the life, bring more trust into your activity, bring more life. And life will bring you up eventually. Thank you for watching me today. I've been really happy to share this insight. I've been really happy just to sound for you. That's space for you and me. I will be always welcome to see you here. That's just like a friend talking. As I said, I don't know what I'm gonna speak. I know it's coming from it's not me talking to you, you know? It's just a time for you to know that. And world just found out the way bring you that kind of information. I've been there. I knew sometimes I saw some video, some line in the book which completely changed the way I'm thinking. Like wow. And right now I feel it's not me. Where did all this energy come from which I have right now? It's not mine. I know that for sure. It's because someone need this information. I'm just a sender, and I'm happy to be like that. It's not feeling that I don't have a free will. I'm so happy to do that. Knowing that someone could have answer by me just here sharing my experience. Those experience would I've gone in 10 years. Maybe those was all challenges just for you to hear this. Can you imagine? All my life being challenging, full of losses, traveling. Ukraine lost everything. United States lost business there. Right now, no man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's all just for me. Gather enough knowledge and insight so I'll be able to give it to you. And I'll be doing that. I'll be doing this for you till I could. Thank you. Have an amazing life and a wonderful day.